People envied my marriage, they said I married a billionaire, but what they didn't know was I had to beg before I could buy soap. Zainab stared at her reflection, beautiful. Young. Married, but tired, very tired. Her phone buzzed, a debit alert, 1,500 Nigerian nairas deducted. Her heart skipped, not because it was a lot, but because she didn't tell her husband first. Chief Adewole's car horn echoed outside the compound. Zainab froze. That sound alone could change the atmosphere of the entire house. She quickly sat upright, adjusting her dress. Her heart was beating fast, not excitement, fear. The gate opened. His black SUV rolled in slowly, like authority itself had arrived. Zainab. His voice thundered, "Yes, sir." He dropped his phone on the table. "What is this alert?" Her throat dried. I bought toiletries. For 1,500 Nigerian nairas. Yes. He leaned closer. "Next time, you will inform me before spending my money." My money. That phrase always cut deep. Adewale believed one thing: if you don't control money, money will control you. But his version of control was extreme. He had 5 bank accounts, properties in Lekki and Abuja, a thriving import business, yet his wife had to explain every 1,000 Nigerian nairas. Zainab stopped asking for things. She learned to manage hunger, manage silence, manage pain. Sometimes she would scroll Instagram, seeing other wives, vacationing, smiling, living freely. She would smile too, but only online. One afternoon, Nipe took light. The generator needed fuel. Zainab checked the kitchen. Nothing. She checked her account, 300 Nigerian nairas. She waited, and waited, until evening, when Adewale came back. "Why is the house dark?" "No fuel." "And you couldn't buy it?" "With what money?" Silence, then annoyance. The next day, guests came over, important business partners. Zainab rushed to prepare food, but supplies were low, very low. She managed something small. After they left, Adewale called her. "You embarrassed me." "I tried. Next time, don't try. Ask." "But you don't give me money." The room went silent. That was the first time. She raised her voice. "Lower your voice." "No," that one word shocked him. "No. I am your wife, not your servant." The air became heavy. "You eat my food. I starve in your house." That sentence hit differently. Days later, Zainab received a call. Her mother was in the hospital, urgent, critical. She rushed to Adewale. "I need 100,000 Nigerian nairas." "For what?" "My mother, let her children handle it." "I am her child." He looked at her calmly. "I am not responsible." Something changed in Zainab's eyes. No tears, no begging, just silence. She nodded slowly. "Okay." That night, while Adewale slept, Zainab walked into his study. Her hands were shaking. She opened the drawer. Bundles of cash, plenty, more than enough. She paused, her heart racing. Then she whispered, "I am not stealing. I am surviving." And she took the money. The next morning, Zainab did something shocking. She bought food, fuel, clothes, even sent money to her mother. For the first time, she felt alive, not scared, not controlled, free. But freedom comes with consequences. Adewale sat in his office, checking his money. Then he paused, his eyes narrowed. Something was missing. He stood up slowly, very slowly. "Zainab." His voice was calm, too calm, and that was more dangerous than anger. "Zainab." That voice again. Too calm, too controlled, too dangerous. She turned slowly, her face unreadable. "Yes." Adewale leaned against the door, arms folded. "I noticed something is missing." Zainab didn't blink. For the first time, she wasn't afraid. "Did you take my money?" he asked. Silence. Then, "Yes." No stuttering, no fear, no apology. Adewale straightened. "You stole from me." Zainab stepped closer. "I used what I needed." "You had no right." He snapped. "And you had no right to starve me." She fired back. The air cracked. "You live in my house. I live in a prison." Silence, heavy, explosive. Adewale suddenly laughed, not anger, not shouting, just a quiet, strange laugh. Good. Zainab frowned. I've been waiting for this. Her heart skipped. What do you mean? He stepped closer. I wanted to see how long it would take before you showed your true self. You think this is about money? He said softly. Zainab said nothing. I have seen women marry men for wealth, then drain them dry. He circled her slowly. I needed to be sure. You were not one of them. Zainab's chest tightened. So this was a test. Tears filled her eyes. A test. Her voice cracked. You made me suffer. For a test. Adewale's face didn't change. I was protecting myself. Zainab laughed painfully. No, you were destroying me. You failed, Zainab said suddenly. Adewale frowned. What? You didn't test me. You revealed yourself. Silence. You are not stingy because you are careful. She stepped closer. You are stingy because you are wicked. That hit deep. Zainab reached into her bag and dropped something on the table. Documents. Adewale looked down. His eyes widened. Business registration papers. Zainab smiled slightly. I didn't just take your money. I invested it. Silence exploded in the room. I started a business, she said calmly, with your money. He asked, with survival, she corrected. She folded her arms, the same way you built yourself. Adewale stared at her, seeing her differently. For the first time, Adewale took a deep breath, then said something unexpected. How much did you take? Zainab smiled. Enough to never beg you again. Silence, thick, dangerous. Then he said, good. Because now we are going into business together. Zainab's smile faded. What? And that changed everything again. That was how Zainab changed her life from being a servant in her husband's house to being a brave woman.